Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear sisters and brothers across the world, I would like to say something here around Dr. Zakir Naik. He is under heavy pressure nowadays due to a false allegation against him that made by the Bangladesh Minister Hassanullah Inun, that one of the attackers, the terrorist in Dhaka Holy Artisan restaurants, in which more than 20 foreigners has been killed. So two of the attackers were followers of Dr. Zakir Naik. It is a false statement. Number two, the Bangladesh government, present government, is strongly against Muslim, strongly against Islam. The Indian government should know the situation in Bangladesh between Muslim and Awami League. Awami League is secular. They do not believe in religion. They don't like Dr. Zakir Naik because Dr. Zakir Naik speaks the truth. His mission is to bring the people together, establish peace. But they are losing the vote bank. People do not listen to them and they are losing the followers. Therefore, they have tried their level best to ban his Peace TV. At first, the Peace TV channel has been banned from Bangladesh, and now inciting the Hindu in India to ban his Peace TV. So the Indian media and the NIA, the National Investigation Agency, picked up a few points from his lecture that Dr. Zakir Naik saying that every Muslim should be a terrorist. It is out of context. The whole world knows the full context of this topic. He says that if terrorist means a person who cause terror, so what about the policeman? When a criminal sees a police officer, what happens? The criminal runs away because he is terrified. So for the criminal, a police officer is a terrorist. So here terror means to cause terror in the heart of antisocial elements. So the Muslim should be a terrorist means that should cause terror in the heart of the antisocial elements, the robbers, the rapists, etc. Moreover, the Indian media is saying that Dr. Zakir Naik supports Osama bin Laden. Another lie. What Dr. Zakir Naik says, that personally I do not meet him, I didn't meet him, I don't know him, he is neither my enemy, neither my friend. But what he has done should be condemned, because Islam doesn't allow to kill innocent human beings. So what Osama bin Laden has done, it is to be condemned. So tube bomb blast in London, in which more than 50 people died, it is to be condemned. The 9/11 attack World Trade Center in America, more than 3,000 people died, it is to be condemned. The thousands of innocent children killed in Afghanistan, older elderly people and women, should be condemned. The thousands of people died in Iraq should be condemned. The thousands of people in Syria, Palestine, Lebanon killed, it also be condemned. Because Islam doesn't permit to kill innocent human beings. That was his meant. So the Indian media playing a devilish role against him by picking such point out of context and playing that, convincing the government that this is Dr. Zakir Naik says that he supports Osama bin Laden. But the Indian government and the investigation agency and the media, they are not there to face Dr. Zakir Naik to debate him. This media is a dangerous weapon. It's a lethal poisons for the Muslim. So the Hindu in India, especially the civilians, 80% of them supporting Dr. Zakir Naik. Only a few percentage, some 20%, but they are not Muslim. They are mouth saying Muslim, the namesake Muslim, a group of Muslim in India, not Hindu. They are Muslim, the worship of mazars, dargahs, the worship of graves. They are against of Dr. Zakir Naik. They are the strong enemy to the Muslim, not the Hindus. The Muslim are inciting the governments of India to ban his peace TV. And finally, they succeeded. Why? Because we Muslim, we are fighting with each other. It's all because of our different mazhab. Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, and these four mazhab is split into very uncountable ethnics among the Muslims. We have designed this destructive weapon and developed, and we have handed over to the non-Muslim. Now the non-Muslim using of this point. There are differences among the Muslim. Difference by mazhab. So one followers of the mazhab should fight with another. So the non-Muslim are coming secretly, slyly, and convincing us, inspiring us. So you are Hanafi. You should practice and propagate of your mazhab. And the Shafi and the Hanbali and Maliki, that those mazhabs are not correct. So that is the anti-social element should be removed from the society. Practice and propagate your mazhabs. We will help you. And they are doing something to cause the conflict among the Muslims. Hanafi do not like the Shafi, the Maliki, the Hanbali, and those three mazhabs do not like the Hanafi. It's creating a chaos among ourselves. And the non-Muslims asking what you need to demolish them and to practice and propagate of your mazhab, weapons, money, etc. All sort of support will be given, and they are doing equally. They are supporting these four mazhab secretly, and these four mazhabs are fighting with these others. Mainly, they are using as a mean that they should open their mouth against each other. When the conflict taking place, the non-Muslim are delivering the weapons to our hand, and we are using of that weapon in order to kill our own brother. So it is time, my Muslim sisters and brothers, it is time. Wake up. Stand for your right. Let's get united and stand against falsehood. Let's fight for the right, fight for the truth. We will never kill any innocent human being. We only will speak the truth. We will face the reality, but not alone, but together. Together is stronger. If you are a Muslim, then supposed to you learn to call of yourself as a Muslim. If you do believe in one God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you do believe that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he is the last and final messenger and servant of Allah, then how can you call of yourself Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, Deobandi, Mazhabari, Barelvi, etc., etc.? What nonsense is this? Before you call of yourself Hanafi and Shafi, just think from here what those imams, what sort of mazhab they have, what Muslim they were, what was their mazhab? Could you think that? We do have mazhab Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, but Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki and Hanbali, what mazhab they had? What Muslim they were? Nobody knows. The answer is no. I don't know. Maybe something. But surely they used to follow the criteria of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But if you do believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then what sort of Muslim will you call of yourself? What was the mazhab of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Nothing. He was a Muslim. So we are supposed to be Muslim and not Hanafi and Shafi. That is nonsense. So my dear sisters and brothers, submit your will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and learn to call of yourself as a Muslim. We don't have any different mazhab, but we are Muslim, only Muslim. And the more point has been picked up by the media of India that Dr. Zakir Naik propagating enmity across the world, but they couldn't prove it. If they truly give justice, play the full context, play the full video, surely the Muslim will win. But they are playing the devilish role. It is their goal to destroy the Muslim. It is their aim to destroy Islam. They are only targeting Islam and the Muslim. We will have to realize that Muslim always being targeted by the non-Muslim, directly, indirectly, by media, by weapon, by many things. Then forget about mazhab, get unite, and stand for your right. Support Dr. Zakir Naik. Let's solve the problem peacefully. We do not want any violence. We do not believe in violence. But anyone wished violence, then violence begets violence. But by the time we becomes violentful, the non-Muslim world will call us terrorists. But whenever they are doing the same thing, they are not terrorists. They're not terrorists. They're very peaceful. Why this double standard? And how long do we have to accept of this allegation? How long we will be tortured by the non-Muslim. Look at Rohingya Muslim. They are being tortured, they are being raped, killed, and chased out from their place, from the house. In Palestine, the Israeli is snatching the land owned by the Palestinians. It's all due to disharmony among the Muslims. This disharmony is the lethal weapon which has been designed and developed by ourselves, and it has been sold to the non-Muslim, and now we are at that weapon's point. Whatever they will say, we will have to do. Be careful and make sure that you are Muslim and nothing else, just a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy, and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of you. See you again.